you very much. Yes, so I want to make a comment on the issue of intellectual laziness. When Marjorie was speaking, that was when I put my hand up, and she explained how AI has enhanced a lot of productivity for students, and
okay, frozen. Can anyone hear her?
Can you hear me?
Okay, now we can hear you.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so I said I'm responding on the issue of intellectual laziness. When Marjorie was speaking, can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Yeah, so when Marjorie was speaking, she spoke about the fact that some years back, students had to outsource their works in order to meet up with time, deadlines, and all of that. But today, a lot of them are willing to do the work themselves because they have AI tools enhancing that effort or the work itself. But I'm inclined to agree with Prof. Dendaura on the fact that it is leading to a lot of intellectual laziness in students. Now, I'm in the academics. I've had the opportunity to review works at both the undergraduate and the postgraduate levels, PGD, masters. And I can tell you for a fact that many students that utilize AI cannot even own their works. When they come to defend it, they can't defend it. This is something you supposedly did yourself, but unfortunately, because you didn't take time to use your brain to do it, you don't even know how when you ask questions, they stutter, they struggle. So it's easy to detect those who have used some kind of enhancement to get their works done. If I've used AI tools.
Okay, it's 2 minutes already. Sorry to cut you because now we just have a few minutes to go. But you made the point. Thank you very much. Okay, so Professor
Dr. Timothy Onyejele's hand. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. Their hands have been up for so long, Mr. Diego. Dr. Timothy Onyejele, Professor Santos, and Ambassador Stanley, their hands have been up. Perhaps 30 seconds for them to also make their input to help before the closing remarks. So sorry to...
Okay, Dr. Timothy Onyejele, please, before Dr. Santos.
I want to thank Ica Nigeria for this wonderful outreach. It has been wonderful. But my comments will come in the area of Marjorie's comments or statements. Don't look at what people are doing. You say outsourcing. Look at those who outsource their projects. In real work, even when you engage them as lecturers tomorrow, give them assignments. Most of them fall short of their responsibilities. Let us not be intellectually lazy. AI has come to be. All you need is mentoring. We should look at it from the area of mentorship. Let us learn what you don't know how to do. You can learn. Go to those who you think are doing it better, like what ICA is doing now. For some of us are here, you can look at the participants and see those you can collaborate with. Distance is no longer a barrier. That work, that person can put it through, either through Zoom or through video call. You learn it. It's easy to do research these days and know how to do it ethically and professionally. Use AI, use professional AI. There are AI that can give you real-time citations, but ethical use of AI demands that if you use AI, reference it, send the prompts, it will help you and save you, and also authenticate how original you are able and how professional or ethical you are able to use AI. Thank you for giving me opportunity.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Straight,
Professor Santos.
Dr. Santos.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity to contribute to the conversation. It has actually been very, very insightful and thought-provoking. Thank you, Professor Teresa, Professor Dandara, our mentor here at Nasarawa State University, and everyone that have said one or two things concerning this. I just want to comment on the fact that, we should not justify unethical practices in the use of AI as a result of the various challenges that we have, in the academia. Every one of us here has been a student, one way or the other, whether you are coming late or not. When we begin to justify some of the challenges that we have, for example, I was also part of the generation that didn't use AI, to do my PhD thesis, my MSc thesis. But still, you can attest to the fact that quality was enhanced. It was not compromised. So like it has been noted, we are not saying don't use AI, but use it responsibly. On our part, at the Institute of Strategic and Development Communication, where I'm a faculty member, we are already, is on the pipeline already to bring out guidelines, like Prof, noted in his presentation. It was embarrassing to see a student, PhD student, using AI in one of our, defenses to the tune of over about 80 something or 70 something percent. So, and that has also prompted the school to begin to develop, guidelines for AI usage in the school. Now, this is important, especially for those of us who may be coming to the, academia. There are certain journals now that if you are sending articles, they will tell you pop and clear that if you use AI, they are not going to accept your articles for publication, especially if you are publishing in high impact factor journals and the rest of them. So we should learn some of these things. It's not difficult, but it's something that, everyone noted, it gives you the originality. Someone, for example, anytime I stumble at my friend and brother's work, Professor Desmond, I know his writing. I know he's the one so it brings out that originality, in writing. And you just carve a niche for yourself, I think I align with every other submission. Thank you so much, so that others can speak.
Thank you. Before we go ahead, I just want to quickly crave your indulgence. If we can have like 10 more minutes after the time, we didn't start early, just for 10 more minutes when we close.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead. The ambassador needs to speak.
Yes, Ambassador Korafo. Stanley.
I think he has dropped a message that he can no longer speak. So perhaps the lead speakers and others can give their.
Any more hands up that are missing?
No, sir. You're
Professor Desmond Okocha, your name has been.
Okay.
Okay, my hands are here, both hands.
Because your supervisees and mentees have spoken a lot, and I guess you might have some responses.
Yeah, okay, good. So can I go ahead?
Yes, Prof.
I think for me, first of all, I want to appreciate ICA for this conversation because it is timely. We will say the future is AI. We are right here in the future, and all the conversations have been very insightful because looking at here we are in the future. We can't deny AI. We can't shy away from it. We can't go back to the ancient times. Here we are. It's about how to embrace AI ethically, because we must emphasize AI is not substituting us. It is to complement us. And in complementing us, we must follow the laid-down guidelines, though they are evolving. So per time, we ask ourselves, what should be done? But some things are very key in the conversation. Number one is, if you are not prepared intellectually, energy-wise, you cannot meaningfully engage AI. So we must let our students know, even our academics, that it's important for you to be prepared. Number two is because it's when you want to cut corners, when you don't have proper time management, you have deadlines to meet, you've not started early, then you are cutting corners. Number three, when you want to give first impression of yourself, who you are not, what you are not, you'll be tempted to cut corners. But we must say this clearly. If you break the rules, you might not be caught now, but somehow along the line, it might come to haunt you. So as we engage AI in our activities, and we must also spell this out, that is not a monolithic engagement. The research process has a commencement and a consummation, which is the publication and dissemination of the knowledge. AI can be engaged at any stage of this. It could be engaged in the area of conceptualizing even a topic, in conceptualizing a structure, in introduction, literature review, in methodology, in analysis, and a host of areas. And there are various tools available out there. So we must look at the ethics for each of these and how to engage them. But then our lecturers who are the front line must take the lead, because it is the extent to which we represent, to which we master the acts and the crafts, that we can transmit and culture our students. I think I love the point of our professor where he spoke about communicating or using AI without culture will lead to manipulation. So we need to build a culture, and the culture should be enshrined, promoted by the academics and also by those in the industry. That's where my own brother comes to play. And then for our students, we are simply saying AI has come to stay. We must emerge, we must integrate, but do it cautiously, brilliantly, and recognize that the future might haunt those who broke or who are going to break the rule, and for those who learn to use it ethically with conscience and in collaboration and with proper disclosure, you will be able to play your role today in the computer industry. I think I will stop, but for all our students, we are very proud of all of you. We see them coming up to take over the throne or the seats as we gradually fizzle out as lecturers and mentors. Thank you very much. I'm very excited. To my chair, congrats once again that we are now welcome to the League of Doctors. You've been doctor for a long time, but now we are officially giving you the crown. We are very proud of you, and my brother too here in Abuja with me, Dr. Diego. Thanks so much for all your contributions. Don't worry, we'll give you very soon. Thanks so much. I'm very excited. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So this is where
thank you, Vice Chair. I think Diego forgot to mention that Dr. Desmond Okocha is the Vice Chair of Ica Nigeria. So thank you. Over to the lead speakers.
Yes. Thank you very much. That's the Vice Chair. Thank you. So we'll be rounding up. So I'll take a minute closing statements from each. I'll start with Teresa, then Professor Dandara. That's your close.
Well, we've been going through so many different topics. I would say that, like based on the last discussions, that AI is it's a tool, but it's not just a tool. It's a technology that it has its logics. It's how it's built, how it is developed. It has political logics, economic logics. There are embedded some biases. So we cannot just, it not just depends on how we use it. It also, we have a responsibility towards understanding those logics and what are the opportunities, but also what are the limits. So in that sense, we need to understand how our context shapes how it is used, how it is implemented, how it is also developed or not developed. Yeah, in our cases, for example, in Chile. Okay. So from a research perspective, as communication scholars, we have a responsibility to question, to understand first, to question those logics, and to improve it in a way. Okay, and from a teaching perspective in our universities, we also have a responsibility to discuss with the other professors, with the other students, with our students, and talk about those logics those ethical principles, those political and economic logics. So we use it in a more critical way. So if we want to use it in a more effective way, it also has to be in a more critical way. We also have a responsibility as communication scholars in our countries to perhaps inform, not ideally shape, but perhaps with our evidence, with our experiences, shape or inform at least the policy making decisions, the discussion in the companies, in the tech companies, in the development and the implementation of these tools. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And before everyone leaves, please don't forget to put your contacts in the chat box so that if you want to network, people can send you messages. Okay, Professor Dandaura, before I call on the Ica Nigeria Qss for her vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, Diego. It's been really rewarding, very exciting conversation all along. Let me say for my colleagues that are interested in artificial intelligence usage, particularly in research, that we have a National Association of Artificial Intelligence Practitioners in Nigeria. It's a network of over 8,000 lecturers in university, polytechnics, and colleges of education, indeed across Africa, because it was formed after the training we had under the Virtual Institute for Capacity Building, organized by the National Universities Commission. So I think those that are in the academia should try and plug themselves in India. I happen to be the vice president, North Central. We have vice presidents in all the zones. By way of conclusion, you talked about roadmap as one of the deliverables for using AI in communication scholarship and practice. It's an area I had done a paper on, and I talked of moving from curiosity to capacity to credibility. That is the journey we have to undergo if we're talking about roadmap for using AI in communication scholarship and practice, or AI in any domain for that matter. So the first phase is clarity and governance. We must get the rules before touching the tools. We must define what problem we want to solve and how AI can help us in scholarship. The second thing we need to do there is to establish ethical and policy frameworks. It's very important. I'll be worried if there's any institution at the moment that doesn't have a policy on AI usage. Good enough, there are global frameworks that we can adapt and ensure that we make them fit our purpose, like the Global Alliance for Public Relations and Communications Management, AI principles I talked about. The next phase is capacity building. We must train the minds before deploying the machines. That's what this entails. We must invest on AI literacy. Just as we were talking about media literacy the other day, everybody that passes through any level of education has some basic AI literacy. And this has to do with also tinkering with our curriculum and the way we train. So we can embed AI ethics in particular in communication curriculum across the board. And then the last phase, which is the aspect of capacity, is to pilot and control the usage. So we need to understand how to pilot AI in low-risk areas, maybe like literature mapping, data coding in terms of academics. Then for practice, maybe for in deployment of AI. So if we can imbibe this trajectory of moving what I call CCC, actually, which I talked about at the beginning, moving from curiosity to capacity to credibility, we will be starting the journey. And what is most important is that nobody should think that he or she is not using AI. AI is not just ChatGPT and the rest of it. You know, AI is all over us, including the news we consume and all that. What is important is you must know that you are an individual, there's an individuality, there's a collective individuality that you must bring to bear in your interaction with AI. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Dandara. This has been a very engaging session, and I'm sure we've learned, taken away a lot as the testimonies have spoken. I'll call on the Ica Nigeria chair, Dr. Ekaite George, to give us a vote of thanks before we call it a day.
That's still sounding strange, but thank you so much, Diego, for your moderation. As a closing remark, I want to say a very, very heartfelt thank you to our lead speakers, Professor Dandara and Professor Teresa. Teresa, I'm meeting you for the first time, and I'm really happy that you could make time to join us. We're looking forward to do a lot of work together. I'll definitely be calling on you to come into our community just as you have done. Professor Dandara has been with us before, and he is now a part of us. There's no going anywhere. Prof, we're coming to your office to just take over. Thank you both so much for the insights you have shared with us. Now, to our students, discussants, I want to thank you all so much. Obed, I'm not seeing Marjorie. She might have logged out or something. Thank you.